Good morning, third graders. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. This is your video for all of homeroom today, and I'm going to show you first something new that I'm trying out for us. So I've heard from a lot of you it's confusing to be clicking into different things like attendance and your math stuff and Zern and specials and trying to find everything. So if you click on classwork, today you'll see I've created a new tab for you that's called daily assignments. So if you click on it, it's going to take you to one page that has all of your stuff for today. Okay, we have the pledge from Miss Noni's and funny jokes. We have specials. Today you have PE with Mr. Estrada, and you'll click on today you're on day 3 or lesson 3, so you'll scroll down to that. If you haven't done any of them, you can do lesson 1, or if you missed last week, lesson 2, you can do that. And then I have the link here for Zern. Okay, you have one question for attendance. It's not graded, but I just want to hear how you're doing and what's going on. I'm going to have the YouTube link right here for you so that you can listen to that. You're already there, so clearly you found it. We have our learning target for today, and then we have some of our math work, and then you always hit submit. Always, always, always hit submit. Okay, and then at the bottom here, I asked you, is it easier on one page, yes or no? So you can let me know, okay? I'm going to get started with our slides for today. It's pretty quick. All right, our learning target is, as a mathematician, I can practice multiplying single digits by multiples of 10. So a single digit number is 0 through 9. That means there's only one number. And then we're multiplying it by multiples of 10. So that could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and so on, okay? So we have an example problem here for us. It says, label the dimensions and area of the rectangle on each grid. Write a multiplication equation to match. Just so you know, these grids are tens. So this is 10, this is 10, 10, 10. Just so you know, that makes it easier for you so you don't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that it's 10 in this box, and these bold lines mean that it stops at 10, okay? So this one is showing us the height is 6, and if you couldn't see all of these really well, what you could do is count. I see there 1, 2, 3, 4, and I know this is 10 high, so 10 minus 4 means 6, so this is 6 high. That's just one strategy, okay? And then I see that the base goes all the way to that bold line, so it must be 10, okay? So then our equation is 6 times 10 is 60, okay? Let's try one out together. So first we're going to label the dimensions, and then we'll write a multiplication equation to match. So first, we're going to ask, what is the height? How high is this? Now again, if you can't see these well, same thing when we're doing it on Google Classroom, you could count and say 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I see there are 4 here, so I know 10 minus 4 equals 6. This must be 6 high. We can double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our height is 6. And then I see for my base, when we're thinking about the base, I see this array goes all the way to the bold line, that's 10, and this part of the array goes to the second one. So that must be 20. Our base is 20, okay? So our equation would be 6 times 20. Now you're saying to yourself, Miss Valdivia, you said we were multiplying by tens. I said we were multiplying by multiples of tens. So here's how we'll take a problem like this. We have our equation, 6 times 20. We break this 20 into 2 tens, then all we have to do is 6 times 10 and 6 times 10, because those 2 tens will give us 20. So we have those 6 times 10, 6 times 10, and we know they equal 60. We learned that in the last problem. So now, are we done? No. We need to take our 60s and add them. So we have 60 plus 60 equals 120. Okay, so now you're going to go to Google Classroom and try the same thing practicing multiplying single digits, meaning one digit, 0 through 9, by multiples of 10. So none of your problems are you multiplying by 10. We're trying to use our strategy of breaking up those tens. So we know 20 is a multiple of 10. I'm going to pull my tens out, multiply those first, and then add it up. Okay, I'm going to show you your quiz. So it goes through, we have our learning target there just to remind us. This one says you are going to say what the height and base is. Then you will select a multiplication equation that matches it. Finally, you will solve it. You'll see your what's the news doesn't have any points. Your target doesn't have any points. The picture, no points. And then we start getting to the questions where we need to answer, and we're seeing the points for it. So the height of the array, you're saying, oh, Miss Olivia, this is really hard to see. Use our strategy. Count how many you see on the bottom and subtract that from 10. That will tell you the height. And then use our trick. These are tens. If they're hitting the bold line, that's 10, okay? So use that to help you. The height is how high it is. The base is how wide it is, okay? Then you're going to choose an equation that matches the array, and then you'll say what the area is. So you'll just say, how many total square units is this whole array, okay? Multiplying your base and your height. And then we just have some practice problems for us to do. Use a notebook or a piece of paper at home to show your work. And then remember, let me know to check in. Was this easier on one page or did that make things difficult? Okay, I'm hoping that it makes life a little bit easier. The last thing I'll do is add in my office hours. Those today are from 2 to 3. And then what I'll do is post the link in this pink box up here, starting at 1:55, and then I'll turn it off at 2:55. Okay, so if you're struggling with work or you need help, please come in and see me. If not, just come say hi. I like seeing you guys. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day, and that is all I have for you. Bye.